How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, it means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff, not just Choujin next. We cover plenty of manga on the channel, so stick around, check it out, see if anything else catches your interest. Anyway, before we get into today's video, I have to mention there's a train outside the house. Hopefully I can drown that out with my voice and in post. And aside from that, that's not really the important part. We need to give Ishida a little bit of praise for how hard this man has been working for us recently. If you are not aware, 8 days after chapter, 13 came out, chapter 14 came out, and now 6 days after chapter 14, chapter 15 is coming out. And when you think about the fact that chapter 13 had 24 pages, and then 14 had 32, and then this one has 27, this man is putting in a ton, an absolute ton of work lately. He has been on the grind. I don't even want to know how little he's been sleeping. I feel like I've been grinding lately, and he's definitely sleeping less than I am. So yeah, good job to Ishida, and thank you very much. We appreciate it. Please take a little bit of rest, get a little bit of sleep, man. You've been going too damn hard. All right, anyway, getting into the actual chapter itself, Tokyo wakes up. Apparently he was having a dream that he's the Giants relief pitcher. I don't know if that's referring to the Giants, like San Francisco, like United States, or if there's another Giants team. I don't know. Maybe this is just an in-universe Giants team. No idea. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Yeah, he's dreaming. He looks over. Ellie's also dreaming. Turns out that they've been taken back to Yamato Mori, and he ends up covering Ellie up because she's not having a very nice dream about actual giants. And then he decides to go outside and get some fresh air. While he is out there, Shiozaki sees him and calls out to him, calling him Bird Choujin. So they have a nice talk, and Shiozaki is thanking Tokyo for saving him, and he's also mentioning that when he caught the fly ball that Tokyo ended up hitting, Tokyo didn't mean for it to be a fly ball, but it was, the only thing running through Shiozaki's mind was, I wish I hadn't had to quit playing baseball. This is where things really started to go wrong, and this is what he was talking about before leading into this, like where things went wrong, the money, my family, the people I was with, all of this stuff. It was the baseball. That is where things really took the biggest turn. But after saying this, he accepts his personal responsibility for what he has done and says that does not matter. The cause, the source, was still me. It is still my fault and I have to right things. But after that, play baseball with me again? Because Tokyo asked Shiozaki to play baseball, but of course Shiozaki looked at him like, you're probably not even a warm-up for me, but hey, I would thank you anyway. So yeah, no, it came back around and he did ask Tokyo to play baseball with him. So that was very nice. I would like to see that maybe like end of series, like end to end. Like that's when we're wrapping everything up. We get a chapter where we get to see Tokyo interacting with a lot of people that he's interacted with throughout the series. Because I don't think Shiozaki is going to be the only person that thinks of Tokyo like this. And I don't think he's going to be the only person that Tokyo does this for. I'm sure Tokyo will save plenty of people throughout the series. So yeah, I would like to see a little game of catch between him and Shiozaki. That would be nice. Anyway, moving past this, Tokyo and Ellie officially get their like base level Choujin registration. I can't remember the exact wording, but doesn't really matter. Anyway, yeah, they get that and they're talking to Sandak, and Sandak is treating them to tempura bowls, and he's telling Ellie what it is because Ellie obviously has no idea, being from out in the sticks. And yeah, they're talking about what Ellie's going to do. She's going to go back and they're going to miss her, but she's going to send vegetables back for him and all this kind of stuff. And then after this, we have Sandak and Tokyo talking alone. And Tokyo asks Sandak what he originally asked the two of them. What do you get from this? And Sandak says that he thinks of happiness like being on the road. Everybody's just going to their destination. That destination being where they're happy. Depends on the individual, on how long it'll take to get there, or whatever. The specifics are up to them. And as long as they follow the rules, they will get there eventually. But when somebody decides to break the rules, there can be chaos. And in chaos, a lot of people don't make it to their destination. They never get to be happy. So he says that protecting these rules, protecting this peace, helping people to become happy, that is enough for him to protect them from that threat of chaos. And when he's talking about the threat, we see the big smokestack in the background from where that big old whatever thing is that's with Chandra, whatever, the smoke dude. Not Ellie, that smoke girl, smoke dude, creepy one. Anyway, yeah. So Sandak also looks at Tokyo and he says, when I first asked you, you seemed kind of disheartened or almost ashamed. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. So he asks Tokyo what his heart is telling him, and this is when we get Tokyo either thinking or saying, doesn't really matter, if I can become strong enough, maybe I can become a Choujin that helps people too. So this has became Tokyo's dream, and I actually kind of like this, how this is becoming Tokyo's dream to help people. We didn't just start the series off with Tokyo being the classic shonen character, I want to save people, I want to help people, I want to do this, I want to do that. We saw him and his dream develop, and I'm sure it will continue to develop. Maybe not, maybe he just wants to help people now, but either way, it's good. It's nice to actually see that happen. Anyway, after this, we cut back over to Ellie, and she's trying to return the scooter that she took in the original appearance, in her original appearance, Chapter 2. So, unfortunately, she gets there, and the old man is saying that his grandson has died. It was a Choujin, a smoke Choujin, a man, Chandra. He ended up killing that child. He even says if he had never gotten him that little scooter, whatever they're calling it, it's a scooter. At least that's what it's always been called in my world, but hey, maybe my world's wrong, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he says if I never gotten him that damn thing, he might still be alive. So this is obviously probably pretty heartbreaking to Ellie, and she also knows who Chandra is. So yeah, this is hitting home for her, but she still does end up going to the airport. But we'll get to that. Before that, we go to Chandra Smoke Man, whatever his name is. I really need to figure out the proper pronunciation for that name. I need to find out the proper pronunciation for a lot of names, so that's not the point right now. Anyway, he's sitting there, and from what he's saying, we learned that the guy with the creepy mask that killed the stretchy neck dude in the first couple chapters, first chapter, second chapter, whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's calling him No Mask, N-O-H, not N-O, so I believe it's the type of mask that he's wearing. But they both work for this big mother thing, because that's what he keeps calling it, mother. And he says, hopefully, Mother's beasts will be her salvation. She, I guess, was talking about her beast awakening last chapter. Believe she was talking about Tokyo there. Yeah, so, but he also says that if that's the case, he might not be the only one who gets Mother's attention. And he wants to be the only one who gets Mother's attention. So yeah, Smoke Dude is super, super weird. Really weird. I don't know. I think he's got some weird mother complex thing going on. I don't know. Creepy. Anyway, moving on from him. So we finally see Ellie at the airport, and she sees a poster of Smoke Dude, and she also sees a bounty on there. So yeah, keep in mind, she just heard about what he did to that kid. He also did stuff to Ellie, he was messing with Ellie hardcore. She doesn't like him in the first place, so revenge, and what's Ellie's dream again? Money. Yeah, we're checking all the boxes here. This is sounding like a sweet, sweet deal to Ellie. And yeah, of course, Ellie goes back. So yeah, we cut over to Tokyo now for the last time in the chapter, and he's kind of just staring out the window, looking at a plane go by, I wonder if Ellie's on the plane. And Tokyo is getting a little too clean for his own good, alright? Miss Bazongas throws some chalk at him for daydreaming, and he straight up just... Huh? What? Somebody throw something at me? Just catching this between two fingers like it's nothing while he's not even paying attention. Tokyo is clean now that he has these Choujin powers, and I like it. So yeah, anyway, she throws another piece of chalk at him, don't catch it, and throws him and hits him in the head with that one, so that was hilarious. But anyway, Ellie comes barging into this room. Miss Bazonga's what are you doing? I'm transferring to 2B. Don't talk to me like that. 2B's over there. So yeah, of course, Ellie and the teacher immediately just start yelling back and forth. That's kind of how you would expect Ellie's relationship with the teacher would be. So yeah, anyway, Ellie kind of goes over to 2B, just doing her thing. I don't even know if she noticed Tokyo sitting in the room that she barged into, but obviously Tokyo noticed her. Although he didn't know if that was Ellie or not. It was kind of playing tricks on him. He's that definitely looks like Ellie, but she was going home and... okay. So he goes over to the other class, looks in there yeah, definitely still looks like Ellie. Huh. So he just follows her around for the rest of the day until eventually he walks up to her, puts his hand out like he's talking to a dog that he doesn't know if it remembers him or not. Good boy? Remember me? Tokyo, She's a person. Just be like, Ellie! And if she turns around, like, hey, then you're like, oh my god, it is you. Or she turns around and it's not Ellie, and she's like, huh? Who the hell is what? Who's yelling at me? And then you're just like, oh, sorry, thought you were somebody else. My bad. Bye. And you just leave. Like, that's all you do. You don't have to walk up to them like they're a dog or something. Jesus, why are you asking her like that? Anyway, so that was just kind of funny the way Tokyo was like had his hand out like you were letting a dog sniff your palm or something. I don't know. It was funny. So yeah, Ellie's back, and they end up going out and they're talking to each other. And Tokyo's like, so what are you doing? What's going on? And she's just like, I'm gonna earn some money here instead of going back to Gaga. He asks her how she's gonna do that. By selling vegetables? No. By fighting bad guys. So yeah, Tokyo, this is already, we know from earlier in the chapter, his dream is developing to help people, so he's gonna want to go down that route anyway, whether Ellie came back or not. Now, Ellie came back, and she wants to go down that route, so yeah, we're gonna have a tag team Choujin hunting duo. This is Choujin X Hunter, Hunter X Choujin, I don't know, whatever you want to say, doesn't matter. Let's just try not to get copyrights. Anyway, yeah. So this chapter was a lot of fun, even though it was just kind of downtime and just kind of slowly moving things forward after we got the big fight. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the chapter, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.